We were read to regularly. Both my parents spoke Finnish, but didn't pass the language along to their kids. Dad would occasionally sing us a Finnish song, however.
Taipaleen ämmä, katkasi meidän vasikan hännän, teki siitä kirnun männän, kirnosi sitten paljon voita. Kops, kopinan kuulin, kultani tulevan luulin, oi, oi ja voi, voi, voi. Taas lennätin leukani ikkunaan. Ikkunaan tuli reikä, milläs minä sen peitän. Oi, oi ja voi, voi, voi.
My folks visited Finland in 1971 along with several cousins, and may have even crossed this bridge.
Erään kerran kun mä kävelin tuolla Helsingin sillalla, niin erään neiton kaulalla minä näin ison ja mustan tein. Silloin kun minä sen kraappasin ja sormellani liitistin näin, niin kaikki neitot ne katselivat vaan sivuilleen päin.
Animals were very plentiful on the farm and were housed for the most part in the old barn. Some were pets and others provided sustenance. Dad led the Cragrats as their Big Squeak in 1935. Each Cragrat officer served a one-year term. Uncle Toivo was an avid hunter and shared the results of his hunting with Cousin Jim and me. Pheasant hunting flourished until sprinklers ruined their nesting places. Old trucks we called whoopies had their cabs cut off at the hood line so they could run under the orchard's tree limbs. My grammar school years were spent here at the Oak Grove School. Most days we walked about a mile each way to and from school. Today, the old school is the home of a non-profit spiritual organization. The school's old playground is now the Oak Grove Park. We stopped here for penny candy on the way home. December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. America entered World War II. The war effort brought many shortages. Home gardening was already the norm, as was canning fruits and vegetables. Tires were rationed, as well as oil and gasoline, and the speed limit was 35 miles per hour. .4-H was offered as an after-school activity. We had a great variety of projects to choose from, including cooking. I even managed a red ribbon at the county fair for my angel food cake. As the war progressed, bond drives were held. The fifth Hood River Bond Drive raised over $1 million. As a reward, a newly built tanker from the Kaiser shipyards near Portland was named the USS Hood River. Cousin Jim and I got our first air rifles when we were 10 or 11. BBs were in short supply, but we found that a vetch seed was just about the right size. Seeds, of course, were just vegetable material and wouldn't do much harm or damage to anyone. To test the theory, I caught my sister just as the back porch screen door closed behind her. No harm was done, but we didn't shoot vetch seeds at people after that.
Ow!
Among other things, when I grew old enough, it became my responsibility to milk and feed the cow morning and evening, plus keep the cow stall cleaned. This was my 6th, 7th, and 8th grade group photo, with me squarely in the middle. One summer family vacation involved a ride on a sport fishing boat out of Depot Bay, Oregon. I'm sitting on the back of the boat with my Aunt Helen. Check out the then stylish rolled-up jeans. When I was about 12 years old, my folks bought me a horse. She was a tall, sturdy animal named Lady. She was supposed to be a cutting horse, but was so slow she'd never catch a steer if she had to. My classmates, Mike and Jackie Pearson, were first cousins to my cousins, Jim and Patsy Anala. They fell heir to a black, overgrown Shetland pony that bore the N-word for its name. This was one mean pony. No adult would ride it until Arnie Anala, my dad's cousin, decided to try. Not a wise decision, as that pony took the bit in its teeth and headed full speed for the orchard. Arnie bailed out of the saddle before the tree limbs could end his ride. They finally found the horse 3 days later. Mike and Jackie tamed that pony, then rode it bareback with no problems. We'd race on occasion. That pony was always the winner. I completed elementary school with at least these 2 accomplishments. The Curtis Publishing Company rewarded me for selling magazine subscriptions to all my relatives. And I managed to complete the 8th grade. With high school approaching, I realized I needed something more than I needed a horse. We sold Lady for $40, and I bought a wristwatch.